In this episode of Circular Dimensions, we'll be establishing dimensional progression by developing the finite mapping of a two-dimensional space. The prior animations showed the finite mapping of an infinite one-dimensional universe as being a simple circle as witnessed by a higher dimensional observer. The movement of that one-dimensional world about a sphere illustrated the dual behavior of the inhabitants as passengers and travelers. Lining up an infinite number of these spheres generates an infinite line, the finite mapping of which is a simple circle. The animation shows several one-dimensional spaces traveling around their respective spheres. These are the individual points of the next higher dimension. Combined, these points define another ring traveling around a spherical body. This then creates a single point in the next higher dimension and defines dimensional progression as the process repeats. It is a single relationship for all the dimensions. An infinite number of these one-dimensional oscillating rings fills in all the gaps and forms a torus or donut structure. This animation shows a two-dimensional universe with two localized collapses as defined by the earlier circular motions of its one-dimensional parts. String theorists can now witness the formation of their squiggling loops of energy, because these shapes are not perfect. The collapsed rings do not form singularities, points, but rather squiggles that are so compact they behave as points. The collapsed threads composing the ring define an infinite number of energy signatures to produce unique elements and bonding attributes. Thus, a collapse of one of these energy threads represents a location of infinite energy, which is the formation of a particle of matter, and in the animation define our travelers, two black holes. Since the Mensa people out there might recognize a slight geometry conflict in this movement, we'll de-stress the example. Here, the travelers represent areas of collapsed dimensional space and would equate to black holes, which are responsible for the Big Crunch and Big Bang events as these anomalies gobble up space and pass by. The donut is also shown as an irregular mass. This is because fluidic space is being employed. Adhering to the rigid nature of perfect geometry led to the downfall of the linears. All elements of nature exhibit circular dynamics with a fluidic structure. Therefore, our universe model will be founded on these two principles. We have also now defined dimensional progression. No longer do we need separate definitions for the big and the small. Each dimension is directly related to its lower and upper dimensional neighbors through slicing, consistent with a perpendicular relationship. Removing a slice of this wobbly donut produces a lower dimensional wobbly donut, and so on. It brings up the concept of non-homogeneous space, and the next episode, Discontiguous, will examine this in more detail. Visit the link above for more information and links to all episodes in this series.